Hey everyone, today we're going to jump in and talk about Luna, UST, all the stuff's going on with USDT losing its peg, just everything in the crypto space. This is overwhelming and stressful, and just try to show you my optimistic view now because it's a tough time for a lot of us. Hey, so I'm Evan, I run Crypto Cash Camp. The goal of this, I always talk about getting everyone to making $50. This is not really the time to talk about it because it's a tough time. If we watch the end of the video, we're going to go into some stable strategies, which I think is one of the main safe plays to be doing right now if you're farming and staking. But let's just get into it right now. I just wanted to share this post with you. It says right here, we probably lost a lot of crypto entrants. And maybe we did, like this whole UST for 20%. It was, appealing. It got, I got into it, and then all of a sudden it depegs, and it just doesn't do good. We're going to go into this. I mean, we're at 9 cents out of $1, and I know a lot of you lost money. I've lost money with this. I was like, when it got down, I was like, 10 cents off, it's going to bounce back. And then it went down to 60. I was like, And I started selling there, and it sold 780, and it just, I lost some. I don't have like a percentage of the portfolio, but it was enough to be very, very annoying. And then I still found bits of Luna staked with something else on Harmony Chain and some UST over here. So it's been a good feel, and I know a lot of you are feeling the same way when it comes to what you've lost, and my heart goes out to you because in the end of the day, crypto is you clicking buttons on a computer. It's a game. I consider it a game, but sometimes I get caught up in it, and I get super stressed, and I lose sleep, and I make a bad trade or wake up and panic sell, and it messes with my emotions so much. And I just want to tell you that it's a game, and this money moves around, and money comes and goes, and just know that, because sometimes I've heard people like losing their lives over this, and I get the stress that can amount, and I know these magic internet money numbers on the screen can turn into real things, but in the end of the day, it's a game, and there's nothing more important than your mental health. So if you have friends that are hurting from this, reach out to them. It's easy to be solo now because you're alone and you can deal with it on your own, but just reach out to some people, because everyone is having trouble with this, and this is like a real project. Looked real, right? Didn't look like a rug pull, but I'm going to get into why it actually was kind of a rug from the beginning. Tricked me. But let's look at this right now. Okay, so this is at 1/10 the amount. There are too many zeros. I counted it one time. It's like 1 million or billion, or it doesn't even matter. It's a lot. It's a fraction of a fraction. I don't know how this could recover. Maybe they just like burn all the tokens and remake another one, because for some reason there's still an 8 billion market cap with something relatively unusable, which is Luna and UST, and you need Luna to burn and mint to make UST. So without Luna, I don't get how it's going to work. Or maybe there's just far too much of a supply because they've burnt too much UST to create Luna. Anyways, I need to look a lot more into that before I can speak about that in an educated way. But what's going on right now? There is a discount play going. I'll be honest, I was up late last night, till 1 a.m., just buying Bitcoin and ETH. And it's super hard to buy stuff when you're losing money. I'll tell you that much. Wow, so, okay, it just updated. So it went down to 2,700. ETH on this chart says it went down, let's say 7 days, down to, wait, that's not ETH. Oh, we're looking at price? Well, okay, yeah, 18. Well, that's not true entirely, because you're going to go over to, this is where, really where you buy and sell. We go to ETH, USD. And you're going to see that the price was down to about 17 something. What the hell? Coinbase is offline. Another thing about Coinbase is in this whole panic sell thing, I also took money off the market. So 18 here. What if we go a little bit further? Okay, we're going to go down here. 16. It touched 16. And some smart person had a huge limit order right here, and it just pumped it up. That's what I'm guessing. But that's amazing. I don't know how I never caught anything that low, but Yeah, that's the case. So also, Coinbase. Let me just touch on Coinbase. Coinbase, I don't have the tweet, but the CEO of Coinbase said if Coinbase folded, so it was at a high of about 250-300, now it's at 56 or lower. Google coin stock 58, so slightly recovered, not much, but it went down to 46, and that's worrying because it was at a max of 350, so it's plummeted. So if they actually default, if they go to bankruptcy, they own your crypto as part of the bankruptcy proceedings. They keep your coins. So right now I'm not necessarily going to be shilling it, but I recommend ledgers because, man, I have 3 of them right here, a couple more over here. I just like them. Like, I gave up on the exchanges. You know, they could take your assets because if they go to bankruptcy, they could own your coins as a result. So I just didn't like that. So S Plus is pretty cool. It's a new one. It's like I think it's $80 or something. And it has all the storage of the Big X, but it's cheaper and it doesn't have Bluetooth, which is completely unnecessary. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. So Do Kwon, cool dude or not? Well, he had this thing, he talked about what he's going to do. He was supposed to get $1.5 billion to bail out Luna, UST. Never happened. We were all stressed out. We waited 24 hours. He came out with this. Like, okay, I got a plan. I'm going to talk with the developers. We're going to rewrite some of the bylaws. Something's going to happen. Nothing was really done. Nothing was voted on. It was very nothing became of that, which is unfun. So then this guy also wrote a very interesting post up here. He said, a few weeks ago I responded to some guy's tweet with a brief outline of how a wealthy attacker could not only break Terra money, remember this is November 25th, 21, but could heavily profit from doing so with the Soros-style Black Wednesday attack. Okay, that sounds like he foreshadowed it. And then guess what this guy did? Do Kwon was like, probably the most stupid thread I've ever seen in a decade. Silence is a perfect response to something like this. It was like, he's big ego, didn't even look into the threat. But if you go a little bit further, we could have looked at Iron Bank, which obviously wasn't its own chain. I think it was on Binance Smart Chain, but it had the Titan token, which is equivalent to the Luna token, which helped mint the, was it iron, it's like an iron dollar or something. There's Titan, and then there's this, iron stablecoin, and they work together in some sort of mechanism similar to Luna, but a little different. They used one to mint the other. But then this happened right here, where it just tanked. And there was the end of the Titan token, and then also the stablecoin that helped it prop it up. Another foreshadowing of Luna. Much smaller market cap, much less, fewer people affected, but it happened. So that being said, we just kind of like went over UST and Luna. I should have knew this earlier, and it makes me want to do a lot more research for myself and for you guys. Making this channel like gives me the platform and like the responsibility and the dedication to go, okay, I need to do my research, and I need to compile it in an easy to understand way and then share it with you. And that's what this is going to do. Is like when I go through something, I'm going to really look deep into it. And Bitcoin, ETH, stablecoins is what I'm playing with now. Buy the dips and then just do stablecoin plays. And remember, a lot of people are staying away from the algos. So that's like Frax, MIM, anything. Those are all vulnerable to attack. I mean, I can't wrap my head around exactly why they're safe or not. Like, I need to do a lot of white paper digging, ask people who are smarter than me. So I don't know which ones are safe or protected. So right now, because I don't know enough, stick to the collateralized stablecoins. Not so savory USDT, which lost its peg heavily, I think up to 10 cents last night on KuCoin. And then USDC, all the money went from USDT, so it went down 10 cents, and then it went to USDC, which went up a few cents. So it was like this weird spread between the two, which was weird when I was doing some trades last night. So just know that. So if you guys are into wanting to feel better, hit me up with a message, Twitter, Crypto Cash Camp. I'm going to be more active there. I'm usually just doing this and observing on Twitter and doing my Telegram groups. But if you want to get into stablecoins, this is obviously not financial advice, any of this, but these are what I'm eyeing now because I've got my bag out of algos and into something else. So what I'm seeing now is good old-fashioned C-Bridge. Remember, there's also Synapse Bridge, but they're not offering the best, absolute best yields. I do want to double, triple check how safe this is in a tough time like this, because bridges are very vulnerable. But look at this. I mean, if you want to be on ETH with USDC, you can get it at a low gas price, like what? 158, 102, way too expensive. Well, you can go down to the next best, which is BNB chain. So that would be about 60%. I don't know if that's going to last. And I don't know if this pays out that well, seller. But these are USDC and USDT are highly subsidized with their stablecoin. So yeah, you can go Avalanche for 102 for USDT. But when you get down to these more obscure coins, like BUSD doesn't have any bonus with their seller token. So just know there's some pretty good opportunities out there. Let's just go through a couple more of these. This is a dude, stablecoin yields. Check him out. He has a couple things. Remember, stay away from whatever you want to do. But Frax is vulnerable right now because there's a lot of this like aggression money floating around. People are just looking to take down crypto. What's the U.S. doing? Like, U.S. was talking a lot about how they wanted to monitor and regulate stablecoins. So is there a connection? I don't know. Look into it. USDX, all these weird stablecoins I haven't heard of. USDT. So yeah, you're not seeing super great yields right now. Stake drop with Aster. I don't know about that. So he has some opportunities. Check him out. It is Stable Yields, at Stable Yields. Good old Beefy. Let's check out what's going on at Beefy. So Beefy is always good. I think there's all this like flight of capital out of things right now. So there's some really good yields, or all the protocols are bumping up their yields because they know everyone's out of out of all their plays and trying to get into a safe spot. And they're trying to lock you in with a good high yield to begin with. So we're seeing like 52%, you know, DEI is a algo, MI is an algo. Here it is, USDC, USDC.E for 47%. I never got what the USDC.E is. I honestly don't know. I should look into that. USDF, USD, never mind. Just T and C, DAI is a good one. So just know that there's quite a few opportunities on Beefy alone. Just stay away from the weird stables. And check it out. This is Coinbase. Also not a great place. Keep your coins out of there. And the gas is too much. So yeah, with that being said, just quit tripping about this. It is a game, so don't take it so seriously. You know, the most important thing you have in your life is your relationships, your friends, the people around you. You know, reach out to a buddy, talk to your crypto homies. Like, you know, it's good to, you know, build your communities now. Go out, leave the computer for a day. Don't stay up all late every night like I've been doing on this thing. Just take a break, and everything will be good. I know it. Remember, the money's made in the bear market. So even though it's so painful to be here and to buy, this is when, if you were to buy at peak fear, this is when people make money. Bitcoin fear. Let's just do the fear and greed index and we'll call it. We are at a 10, which is extreme fear. Still very fearful. So just know that. Very fearful. Probably the best time ever to buy, but not financial advice. Look at this on the bottom. Wow, since 2018, it's hit there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Just throwing that out there. All right, with that being said, I will talk to you guys at another video. Check the links in the description. Got a course launching. Join me, and we will talk soon. And hit me up on Twitter. All right, see you guys.